so many magnesiums on the market and it's very hard to decide which one to actually use. Often I test my clients on the QMRA machine and then I see that they've got a magnesium deficiency, but it's very hard to know which one's actually the best fit for that client. So when they come in, we normally give a few questions that we can then figure out what their main issues are and what actually magnesium is going to be the best one for them to use. So the first one we've got here is magnesium glycinate. It's the best one for me that I find for sleep because it's a very relaxing magnesium. Obviously, if you take magnesium in general, it's responsible for over 300 things happening in the body. So if you have too little of it, 300 things can go wrong. But with most of the cases, you're gonna find a magnesium that's better for something than something else. So the glycinate one, I love to give for clients that struggle with muscle spasms and sleep issues. And then the next one is magnesium oxide. So magnesium oxide you have to be careful for. It has quite a strong laxative effect, so it's what they call more like a tummy flush. The body actually doesn't absorb the magnesium from magnesium oxide, it kind of rejects it more. So this is one that you would use for things like constipation, but not really as a magnesium supplement if you are deficient in magnesium. Then we've got the citrate. So this is a very nice combo almost between the glycinate and the oxide, because the citrate, what it does is it's buffet, so it helps for muscle cramps, it helps for the magnesium deficiencies, but it also has a mild laxative effect. So if you are struggling with a tummy that you just want a little bit of assistance with, then the citrate just gives that extra bonus benefit, but you would still use it mainly for a magnesium deficiency or for cramps. Then what we've got here is the magnesium L-threonate, which is kind of like the newest one on the block. I never used to know magnesium threonate when we started, but magnesium threonate is definitely almost like your best because it actually crosses the blood-brain barrier, which also makes it a little bit more expensive. So if you need like magnesium to help calm the mind, also for sleep, also for concentration, then magnesium L-threonate is your best. And luckily it actually comes in one of the magnesium complexes. So Prime Salve's got a magnesium complex that they've combined the magnesium threonate, the glycinate and malate as a 3-in-1, which is actually a very nice one, especially if you're wanting more than one benefit. So another complex that we've got is the Trimag from The Real Thing. This one combines the glycinate, the citrate and malate. So this one would give a little bit of a different mix than the Prime Salve one. Then, just for interest's sake, magnesium ascorbate is actually magnesium combined to a vitamin C. So this one's very good for like gum issues, immunity, as a general magnesium deficiency supplement. And if you actually need vitamin C, then you actually get that 2-in-1 with that product. Then something I grew up on is MacPhos, which is tissue salt number 8. Everyone would come in asking for number 8, then we know it's the MacPhos. And this one I've been given since I was a baby. My mom basically like raised me on tissue salts. But what this one is, it's actually more like it's a cellular product. So it kind of opens up the cell that your body can absorb magnesium or release magnesium as it needs to balance it out. And this one for me works very quickly. So for people with cramps, a lot of especially elderly people, they find very good benefit with this if they're experiencing cramps because it works quickly, but it's not strong enough to actually fill up the magnesium tank. If you have a serious magnesium deficiency, I would much rather go for one of the proper magnesium products that's got proper elemental magnesium in. So what I mean by elemental is they'll, for example, say there's 500 milligrams in, that's just the weight of the actual magnesium powder that's in the capsule, for example, but they would then have to translate that into how much elemental magnesium you're getting, which is they're normally 100 to 150 roundabout per capsule, and that is actually what your body is getting from that product. Then another one we've got here is magnesium taurate. So this is magnesium that's been combined to taurine. And why I say combined is like even what I meant with the magnesium aspartate with the vitamin C is magnesium, and actually all minerals need to be binded to something for it to work. So the magnesium glycinate is magnesium and glycine The magnesium citrate is magnesium and citric acid. So it's lots of different combinations to help the magnesium do its thing, basically. So it's not something, some people say, but they just want plain magnesium, but you're not really going to get just magnesium unless it's something like pure magnesium sulfate, but even that is combined to sulfur. So in some form it will be attached to something for it to work, but it's still just magnesium. It's not that there's something necessarily extra in the product that you're not going to be wanting. So the magnesium taurate is fantastic for high blood pressure and heart health. So this one's very, very good for the whole cardiovascular system. Almost like the magnesium is a muscle relaxant for the body, this one is like a heart relaxant. So very, very good for anyone, especially in high stress conditions where it's the blood pressure going up. This one will help calm that down as well. And taurate actually gets absorbed very, very well. So you could also just use it as a general sleep, stress, cramp kind of supplement as well. Then we all know Epsom salts. So Epsom salts is actually magnesium sulfate, which also obviously, like in the olden days, they used to drink the magnesium or the Epsom salts, and that would then help the tummy go. These days you don't really use it for that anymore. You do get capsules of this as well if you still want that benefit, but in most cases people would add this to the bath. That's why I've got the powder one here, and this is, you would then add like a cup in the bath with, and it actually absorbs then through the skin into the muscles externally. So great for post-gym, great for restless legs, for sleep as well. You'll then get that benefit through the skin with a nice hot bath, especially now in winter, it's very nice. And then the last one I've got here is what they call liposomal magnesium. So liposomal would normally still be, yeah, as I say here, it's still magnesium citrate, so it's almost like the one we've got there. But what the liposomal means is that it's like it's encapsulated. So this is a powder. You also do get liposomal in capsule form, but what that is it's the magnesium is protected by a layer, so that when you drink it, it kind of bypasses all the stomach acids and things that could destroy it or make it less absorbable, and it makes sure that it gets directly into the bloodstream and your body gets the full benefit from it. So that's the range we've got here at NAMO. You can come chat to us. If you're not local, we do courier, and we can obviously suggest as well which one would be the best for you, and then you can decide which one.